Proudly representing Sydney, Australia, he was born in New Zealand. Robert the Reaper Whittaker. He has put together one of the greatest winning streaks in the history of this middleweight division and did to Yoel Romero what few men have been able to do.
Few men can stand across from Romero and just even live to tell the stories of fighting him in the octagon. Robert Whittaker has done that twice and gotten his hand raised in the rematch. Whittaker is a truly, truly phenomenal mixed martial artist, has a traditional background, but he also has a wrestling knowledge that is very underrated. He does not just get taken down, he's able to get back to his feet very well, and he has cardio for days. He's truly one of the best fighters in the entire UFC. And he's a grappler at his core. We talk so much about his boxing, but the guys at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu at Smeaton Grange will tell you, this guy started as a grappler, still grapples in the gi during training camp. Robert Whittaker, back and ideally in a big way for him here tonight. All right, so here's the world beater, Khamzat Chimaev, wicked relevant in two divisions. Every time he sees you, he tries to take you down. Gotta think he's gonna try to wrestle here tonight. That's exactly what he does, right? He wants to impose himself on his opponents. He wants to show his dominance when he's inside the octagon, whether it's on the ground in the grappling, as we saw in Kevin Holland, or whether it's him striking, as we have seen in the beginning of his UFC career. He has all the skills, but it's the mindset of Khamzat Chimaev that separates him from most fighters in both weight classes that he competes in.
And with respect to Conor McGregor and everybody else, I'm not sure that any athlete has ever taken this sport by storm quite the way Chimaev did back in 2020. Let's see how he fares in another big spot tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, here we go with the former UFC middleweight champion, Robert Whittaker. How good is this guy? This is the guy that DC plays with more than any other fighter in EA Sports UFC 5. And that, of course, has to do with the appreciable skill set, the star power, and everything else. But Robert Whittaker needs a win here tonight. He was humbled by Dracus du Plessis. Now the focus is on putting all of his skills together and leaving no stone unturned when it comes to putting himself back on a championship trajectory. High-impact takedown for Khamzat Chimaev early, and clearly he's taking the path of least resistance tonight.
I watch Khamzat Chimaev, and I'm always amazed at his ability to not only get takedowns, but get them so easily, and it seems like it takes so little effort to get the fight to the ground. He will tell you what he's going to do, and he is constantly doing exactly that.
Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half-guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the...
Takes his back.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Posture lifters up and lands a brutal strike to the head. Chimaev's got his back again.
Oh, right into mount.
2 minutes on the round 1 clock. Excellent ground and pound here by Chimaev. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attack. Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. The ground strike's starting to pile up. Oh, huge ground strike there. I can see the cut man's actually getting excited.
Big ground and pound. Full side control now.
Print the shirts. Ground and pound.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Final seconds here of round 1.
Big right hook there by the champ.
5 minutes in the books. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up.
They're confident over there.
All right, well, no surprise to see that eye continue to be targeted. Some replays from the previous round in which a lot of damage was doled out.
Well, the cut man's got some work to do to try to give this kid an opportunity to stay in the fight, because the reality is he has taken far too many shots to the eye, and now he's dealing with a nasty cut. He has got to change something.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2.
Oh, nice. Beautiful jab there by the champ.
Oh, nice calf kick there by Robert Whittaker. Every strike you would want in your arsenal is a world-class mixed martial arts striker. Robert Whittaker has, and that's one he's added to the repertoire over the last 2 fights. Takedown defense holds up. And they separate after exiting the clinch.
Can't take many of those, you better check.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Is that a huge strike right there? I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Big right hand there. Front kick by Whittaker. All right, there it is. He stuffs yet another takedown, and not a bad attempt by the wrestler, but he hasn't realized any success with his takedown game thus far.
No, you know, sometimes, John, it's not enough. You can beat the guy to the position. The guy is just well-versed enough to defend, and that's exactly what we're seeing from this balanced fighter.
Whittaker's strike attempt there is blocked. There's the single.
Got his guard pass.
Lands the ground and pound strike.
Side control, side control.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching forward, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round 1. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Whittaker's able to switch his stance here. We'll see how the defense responds.
Nice pass.
45 seconds remain in the round. Oh, and transitions right into side control. Nice job by him to still be a threat off of his back.
Keep your top control and look.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Robert Whittaker. And the horn sounds on round 2.
Hey, stop.
Great round. All right, listen to me. Breathe. Deep breath into that nose, out to that mouth. All right, perfect round. I need you to go out there and do more of that. Now.
All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5. How about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Just missed with the left there. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Oh, there's the single. Chimaev's in half guard now. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your... He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in. Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
Oh, that's a pretty slick reversal right there. Well, he has expended a lot.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mounts, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Posture up and drop some bombs.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. Nice positional control here.
All right, stay in there, buddy. Recompose. Use your footwork. Let's get focused.
Whittaker's in half guard. I know you've got a huge appreciation for this.
Well, I mean, this is high-level grappling by both of these guys.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
Dominate those wrists.
This is a terrible position.
Where's your guard?
30 seconds now to go in the round. Nicely done. All right, side control now. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah,
somehow.
he loved it, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Inside, he's hurt now.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he was hoping for.
All right, so he's landed a few seminal uppercuts already, DC. Got to think he goes back to it.
I am almost certain he's going to go and try to find another one of those. But expect him to really set down and try to make one really count to try to end this fight.
Chimaev's in half guard. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. Now he's going full mount. He's got to start throwing now. Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Just over 3 minutes to go. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though. Great shot from the top position.
Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure.
This is where he wants to be.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all the fights because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
Straight right hand, no good.
He clinches now.
Just misses with the jab there. Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it. 10 seconds to go in the round. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4.
Listen, take a deep breath and relax, okay? That was a good round. You won that round, but I need you to stay more active on the ground, okay?
All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Fifth and final round. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any straight connections right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has recovered.
His opponent's recovered. Now he's got to go deal with everything that he's going to bring at him. You see him put himself into the half guard, like the control, yep.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing. He's getting the mount here.
Whittaker's in half guard.
And now he's inside control.
All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Oh, that rear naked choke looks tight. Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Side control now. Chimaev's back in side control.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Good work from the top here by Chimaev. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
All right, so they came in unquestionably the two best in the world in this division, and they showed you exactly why here tonight. A lot of people may think the challenger did enough. For me, slight lean to the champion to retain his title. I
agree with you, John. I thought the champion did just enough to keep his belt. And this has nothing to do with you got to beat the champ to get the belt. No, the champion outworked him in the big spots, and he should retain his title.
Official decision now in. The buff has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 50-45. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world,